Welcome to the longest running quiz show in the area. Categories. High school students compete to answer questions on topics from art to science, history to current events. And now, here's your categories host, John Bartell.
Hi, welcome to Categories. Today we're bringing you a matchup between two of our Shawnee Mission schools as the Shawnee Mission Northwest Cougars, coached by Vonda Morris, take on the Shawnee Mission South Raiders, coached by Seth Peck. Let's go ahead and meet our contestants. First from Northwest.
Hi, my name's Jessica and I'm a senior.
I'm Spencer, I'm a junior.
I'm Garrett, I'm a sophomore.
I'm Catherine, I'm a sophomore.
And I'm Olivia, I'm a sophomore.
And our contestants from South.
I'm Bennett and I'm a senior.
I'm Evan, and I'm a senior.
I'm Lauren, and I'm a senior.
I'm Nick, and I'm a senior.
I'm Charlie, and I'm a senior.
All right, fantastic. Here on Categories, in the first round, we will take turns answering questions. If the team responds correctly, they earn a point for their school. If they answer incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal the category. We did a coin toss before we started tipping. It was won by the Raiders. So Shawnee Mission South, here is the first category. It is World Geography. What part of Britain comprises of the Highlands, Central Lowlands, and Southern Uplands? Nick?
Scotland.
It is Scotland. Cougars, World History is your category. Name any year in the life of Vladimir Lenin. Catherine?
1914.
Correct. Yeah, anywhere from 1870 to 1924 would have worked. Raiders, Math is your category. A 5-foot ladder is leaning against a wall. If its base is 3 feet from the wall, how many feet up the wall does the ladder reach? Charlie?
4 feet.
4 feet. Little Pythagorean triple right there. Northwest, coming back to you, general knowledge. Any shaped insert made of rubber or cork that seals the space between two metal parts is called what? Olivia?
Insulation?
Not accept insulation. Raiders, chance to steal this general knowledge question. Any shaped insert made of rubber or cork that seals the space between two metal parts is called a what? Bennett?
Grommet.
Not a grommet, a gasket. A gasket. Raiders, you do get the next category. It is sports. What baseball award is given each year to the pitcher who is voted best in the league? Nick?
The Cy Young Award.
It is the Cy Young Award. Cougars, coming back to you. Vocabulary. What animal does a hippophobe fear? Olivia?
Horses.
Horses. Raiders, coming back to you, U.S. government. Name the counterterrorism and anti-crime law passed after the 9/11 terrorist attacks. Nick?
The Patriot Act.
It is the Patriot Act. Coming back to you, Cougars. Children's literature. What famed bear was found by Mr. and Mrs. Henry Brown in a London railway station? Jessica?
Paddington Bear.
Paddington Bear, very good. South, music is your category. Back in the 17th century, as many as 9 clefs were used to represent different ranges of musical notes. How many clefs are commonly used in music today?
3.
3, you're right, Evan. Very good. Oh, excuse me. Did you say 3? I cannot accept that. I apologize. Went too fast there. Cougars, you have a chance to steal this music category. Back in the 17th century, as many as 9 clefs were used to represent different ranges of musical notes. How many clefs are commonly used in music today? Jessica?
2.
2 is the answer we're looking for. I apologize, Evan, for leading you down the wrong path on that one. Cougars, we are staying with you. Science is the category. Dolphins have long, narrow snouts. Otherwise, they are very closely resembling what other marine mammal? Garrett?
What is the whale?
There's not a whale. We're not looking for that. Raiders, chance to steal this science category. Dolphins have a long, narrow snout. Otherwise, they very closely resemble what other marine mammals? Lauren?
Manatees?
Not manatees. Porpoises. Porpoises is what we're looking for. Raiders, we are staying with you. Current events is the category. Hundreds of thousands of pro-unity Catalonians rallied in the region's capital after their president called for secession. Name that region's capital. Evan.
Barcelona.
Barcelona. Very good. Northwest, coming back to you. Film is the category. Roger and Me, Bowling for Columbine, and Dude, Where's My Country are three of the works of what documentary filmmaker? Jessica?
Ken Burns.
I cannot accept that. Raiders, chance to steal this film category. Roger and Me, Bowling for Columbine, Dude, Where's My Country are three of the works of what documentary filmmaker? Nick?
Michael Moore.
Michael Moore, very good. Raiders, we are staying with you. Science and energy is the next category. What kind of energy is produced by the transformation of heat energy in an internal combustion engine? Nick?
Chemical energy.
I cannot accept chemical energy. Cougars, chance to steal this science energy category. What kind of energy is produced by the transformation of heat energy in an internal combustion engine? Olivia?
Thermal energy?
Cannot accept thermal. We're looking for mechanical energy. Mechanical energy. Northwest, you do get the next question. Government is the category. The preamble of which document includes the following? This organization is determined to save succeeding generations from the scourge of war, which twice in her lifetime has brought untold sorrow to mankind. Garrett?
League of Nations.
It's not the League of Nations. Raiders, chance to steal this government question. The preamble of which document includes the following? This organization determined to save succeeding generations from the scourge of war, which twice in her lifetime has brought untold sorrow to mankind. Nick?
Is it the Charter of the United Nations?
United Nations is what we're looking for. Very good. Raiders, staying with you. History explorers. Ferdinand Magellan actually gave the name Pacific Ocean to the body of water discovered by Vasco de Nunez de Balboa. What was Balboa's original name for his discovery? Time on that. Cougars, chance to steal this history explorers question. Ferdinand Magellan actually gave the name Pacific Ocean to the body of water discovered by Vasco de Nunez de Balboa. What was Balboa's original name for his discovery? Jessica?
The Spanish Ocean.
I'm sorry, he called it the South Sea. South Sea. Balboa, good explorer, not so good with naming. All right, here we go. Cougars, you have the next category. It is sports, specifically diving. How many meters high is the platform for platform diving? Spencer?
10 meters.
10 meters, very good. Coming back to you, South, general knowledge. The slanted front frames on old trains are called what? Charlie?
Cow catchers.
Cow catchers, nice job. Cougars, math is your category. Of the sine, the cosine, and the tangent of an 180-degree angle, which two are equal? Olivia?
Sine and cosine?
I'm sorry?
Sine and cosine?
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Raiders, chance to steal this math question of sine, the cosine, and the tangent of a 180-degree angle. Which two are equal? Nick?
Is it sine and tangent?
Is the sine and the tangent. Raiders, we are staying with you. Poetry is the category. In what Keats poem does he praise pottery? Time on that. Northwest, chance to steal this poetry question. In what Keats poem does he praise pottery? It's Ode on a Grecian Urn. Ode on a Grecian Urn. Cougars, we are staying with you. Current events is your category. It's multiple choice. Which comedian was awarded the 2017 Mark Twain Prize for American Humor? Was it Louis C.K., Ellen DeGeneres, David Letterman, or Carol Burnett? Garrett?
David Letterman.
It is David Letterman. Nice job. Raiders, coming back to you. Vocabulary. It is another multiple choice question. Is embellish a synonym of defraud, adorn, appear, or cheat? Lauren?
To adorn.
Yeah, adorn. Very good. Cougars, we are coming back to you. U.S. geography. What state capital, starting with D, is called the farm capital of America? Spencer?
Des Moines.
Des Moines. Raiders, coming back to you. Religion is the category. Dhyana, or D-H-Y-A-N-A, which is Sanskrit for meditation, became Cha'an in Chinese, C-H'-A-N. What in Japanese? Time on that one. Northwest, chance to steal this religion category. Dhyana, Sanskrit for meditation, became Cha'an in Chinese, and then what in Japanese? Jessica?
Chi.
It's not chi. Zen. Zen. Cougars, we are staying with you. Grammar is the next category. France is a proper noun. What is the word French? Olivia.
Also a proper noun.
Can't accept that. Raiders, chance to steal this grammar question. France is a proper noun. What is the word French? Nick.
It's an adjective. A proper adjective.
Proper adjective. Very good. Raiders, we are staying with you. Literature is the next question. Multiple choice. Which of these literary forms developed last? Is it the biography, the essay, the novel, the sonnet, or the short story? Bennett.
The novel.
It's not the novel. Cougars, chance to steal this literature question. It is multiple choice. Which of these literary forms developed last? The biography, the essay, the novel, the sonnet, or the short story? Jessica.
Biography.
It's the short story. It's the short story. Northwest, we are staying with you. U.S. government is the category. This man's autograph is very rare. He was the first signer of the Declaration of Independence to die. Name him. Raiders, chance to steal this U.S. government question. This man's autograph is very rare. He was the first signer of the Declaration of Independence to die. Name him. Charlie?
Samuel Adams.
It's not Samuel Adams. It's a man from Georgia named Button Gwinnett. Button Gwinnett. Take that one home and impress your family with that bit of knowledge tonight. All right, as that siren does denote the end of our first half, we have a close contest here with Shawnee Mission South with a lead of 11 to Shawnee Mission Northwest 7. As we head into this part of our program, we will have a representative from each team give us a campus update. And from Northwest, we have Jessica. Jessica, what is going on over there with the Cougars?
Okay, so tonight is our National Honor Society inductions. Our winter sports are gearing up with sign-up starting this Friday, and this week is Northwest's coin drive, and all of the money is going to be donated to charity.
All right, fantastic. That's good stuff. All right, and from Shawnee Mission South, Bennett, you are giving us the update. So what's happening over there on 107th Street?
So our theater program just finished their production of Footloose. We just started our canned food drive, and we had 2 teams place first and second in the state eco meet.
All right, and is the state eco meet that's held, where is that held? Do you guys know where that is?
Not quite sure.
It's not Topeka, I don't think.
Is it Abilene maybe?
I don't think so.
Somewhere further out west than
Yeah.
Topeka, for sure. Oh, that's good stuff. All right, as we head into the second round here on it is our lightning round, in which questions are placed on the floor for either team to answer. If we traditionally here on categories start our lightning round with a look and listen question, in which we will display here on our monitor in the studio and over our audio system here in the studio clues for the answer. The look and listen question, just this reminder to our contestants, when someone rings in, we cannot rewind and start over. We have to go from that point forward, and the look and listen question is worth 2 points. So here we go, both teams. Name this vehicle seen here that was credited with taking the first photo of space?
This one never reached its goal, but...
What is a V2 rocket?
Evan, that is correct. It is a V2 rocket. Nice job. 2 points. As we head into the remainder of our lightning round, we will place questions on the floor for either team to answer. Same rules apply as in the first round. If a team responds correctly, they earn a point. If they respond incorrectly, the other team does get a chance to steal the category. This is a reminder to contestants, please make sure that you are called on before you give the response. We don't want you giving away any answers that maybe the other team rang in first. So here we go. Science is the first category of the lightning round. According to Einstein's formula, E equals mc squared, in what 2 ways can matter be converted to energy? Fission and fusion are the 2 that we're looking for. U.S. history for both teams. Who did Jimmy Carter at the 1980 Democratic Convention refer to as Hubert Horatio Hornblower? It was Hubert H. Humphrey that he accidentally called Hornblower instead. Science, chemistry for both teams. What class of organic compounds is formed by chemical reactions between acids and alcohols? Spencer.
Esters.
Those are esters. Very good. Geography for both teams. If you were to cross from Birdland to Victoria Land in Antarctica, across which sea would you travel? Evan.
Atlantic.
Can I accept that? Cougars, chance to steal this geography question. If you were to cross from Birdland to Victoria Land in Antarctica, across which sea would you travel? Catherine.
The Weddell Sea?
I'm sorry?
The Weddell Sea?
I'm sorry, that is also incorrect. It's the Ross Sea. The Ross Sea. Not to be confused with Balboa's South Sea. All right, next question is a science question, specifically geology. The Sial is one of the rock layers of the crust between the continents. Name the 2 main elements of this granite-like rock. Garrett?
Silicon and copper.
Cannot accept that. Raiders, chance to steal this science geology question. The Sial is one of the rock layers of the crust between the continents. Name the 2 main elements of this granite-like rock. Bennett.
Carbon and silicon.
Silicon is one of them. The other one is aluminum. Both teams. This time we have geography. It is U.S. geography, to be exact. What's the name of the former warehouse area in New York City that now contains artist lofts and galleries? Olivia.
Soho?
It is Soho. Math for both teams. It's a fairly long question, so make sure we're listening here. John had 87 marbles, and he gave 19 to his friend Barry, and then divided the rest equally among 4 friends. How many marbles did John give to each of those last 4 friends? Spencer?
17.
Very good, 17. Sports for both teams. Described as shuffleboard on ice, this goal is to get a 40... Olivia?
Curling.
It is curling. Literature, this time Shakespeare. In the well-known tragedy by Shakespeare, Julius Caesar describes someone as having a lean and hungry look. Who was Julius Caesar describing? Nick?
Cassius.
Cassius, nice job. Science, specifically medicine. Give the term for the substitution of a vein from another part of the body to go around a blocked artery in the heart. Olivia?
Bypass surgery?
Cannot accept that. Raiders, chance to steal this science and medicine question. Give the term for the substitution of a vein from another part of the body to go around a blocked artery in the heart. Nick?
Is it a cardio bypass?
I can't accept that. We're looking for coronary bypass. Coronary bypass. Law for both teams. There are two major areas in law, criminal law and what else? Catherine?
Civil law.
Civil law. Military history for both teams. In what state was the Battle of Chickamauga fought? Battle of Chickamauga. Charlie?
North Dakota.
It is not North Dakota. Cougars, chance to steal this military history question. In what state was the Battle of Chickamauga fought? Jessica?
South Carolina.
It's not South Carolina. It's Georgia. Georgia. Fine arts, painters. Who was the most productive artist in history? He averaged over 5 items a day for 8 decades. Lauren?
Leonardo da Vinci.
It's not Da Vinci. Cougars, chance to steal this fine arts painters question. Who was the most productive artist in history? He averaged over 5 items a day for 8 decades. Jessica?
Pablo Picasso.
It is Picasso. Nice job. Music composers is the category. The answer to this question does start with an S. Name the Italian composer that was erroneously accused of poisoning Mozart. Evan?
Sebastian Amadeus.
I cannot accept that. Cougars, chance to steal this music composer's question. The answer does start with an S. Name the Italian composer that was erroneously accused of poisoning Mozart. Jessica?
Schumann.
It's not Schumann. Salieri. Salieri. U.S. history for both teams. Deseret is the name that the Mormons wanted to use to name the land they settled in the West. Joseph. Bennett?
Utah.
I'm sorry, I cannot accept that. Cougars, chance to steal this U.S. history question. Deseret is the name that the Mormons wanted to name the land they settled in the West. Joseph Smith, founder of the Mormons, suggested the name. To him, it meant honeybee. Congress rejected the name and chose Utah. What was Utah named for? For an Indian tribe, the Utes. Both teams, current events is the category. Republican Senator Jeff Flake said he will not seek re-election and harshly criticized his party and the White House in his speech on the Senate floor. Which state does Flake represent? Charlie?
Arizona.
Arizona is correct. We have a tight game here. Shawnee Mission South 15, Shawnee Mission Northwest 13. General knowledge for both teams. What is the #1 cause of blindness in the United States? Charlie?
Cataracts.
Cannot accept cataracts. Cougars, chance to steal this general knowledge question. What is the #1 cause of blindness in the United States? Olivia?
Glaucoma.
Cannot accept glaucoma. Diabetes. Diabetes is the #1. Economics for both teams, multiple choice. In 1817, an economist theorized that free trade between nations would be mutually profitable if each specialized in goods for which it has a comparative advantage. Was this principle offered by Adam Smith, David Ricardo, John Maynard Keynes, or John Stuart Mill? Spencer.
Adam Smith.
It's not Adam Smith. Raiders, same question. Economics is the category. In 1817, an economist theorized that free trade between nations would be mutually profitable if each specialized in goods which it has a comparative advantage. Was the principle offered by Adam Smith, David Ricardo, John Maynard Keynes, or John Stuart Mill? Nick.
John Stuart Mill.
I'm sorry, it was David Ricardo. David Ricardo. Music theory for both teams. Fill in the blanks in the following statement with the missing number. To determine the parallel minor of a major key, you must add blank flats or subtract blank sharps. Olivia.
5.
I'm sorry, 5 is not correct. Raiders, chance to steal this music theory. Category, fill in the blanks with the missing number. It's to determine the parallel minor of a major key, you must add blank flats or subtract blank sharps. Charlie.
2.
Sorry, the answer is 3. 3. Geography, maps for both teams. What is another name for the ratio of a given distance on a map to its actual distance in real life? Bennett.
Scale.
Scale. World history for both teams. In the English Civil Wars, the Royalists and the Parliamentarians were popularly known by what names? Lauren?
Whigs and Tories.
I'm sorry, Whigs and Tories is incorrect. Cougars, chance to steal this world history question. In the English Civil Wars, the Royalists and the Parliamentarians were popularly known by what names? Spencer?
Cavaliers and Roundheads.
Those are the two. Nice job. Literature for both teams. What James Joyce novel is considered to be a groundbreaker for modern fiction? Olivia?
Ulysses.
Ulysses, very good. Spelling for both teams. How do you spell inconvenient? Lauren, go ahead.
Inconvient.
Sorry, cannot accept that. Cougars, chance to steal this spelling question. How do you spell inconvenient? Spencer.
Inconvenient.
That is correct. And with that response, you have tied up the game at 16 apiece. General knowledge for both teams. Where would you find this combination of letters and numbers? Let me start the question over. Lots riding on this question. Where would you see this combination of letters and numbers? P, R, N, D, 2, 1. Spencer.
Stick shift.
We will accept that. Stick shift is correct. And with that correct response, you have come out on top with a final score of Shawnee Mission Northwest 17, Shawnee Mission South 16. Please join us again next time here on Categories as we will continue to bring you the best and brightest minds of high school students all throughout Johnson County.